everybody, it's Jen from Geigley Knits, and I hope you're enjoying these last hot days of summer, last days of August, and the upcoming blue moon, which I kind of saw part of it last night. It's hot, it's been hot. We just finished a week of, maybe it was more than a week, of really high temperatures, super crazy heat wave where the heat index was like 115 Fahrenheit, and it just was painful to go outside. If you had to be out, it was rough. And then we've had a couple days of a break where it's been really nice, like 70s and 80s, and I've been able to take my walks in the evening and sit outside, and it's felt so good. But I know we're headed into another heat wave in like a couple of days, so I'm enjoying it while we have it. Today I'm going to be sharing some different things, kind of. I'll show you what I've been working on knit-wise, but also today I've decided is going to be my do it day, which has been coming for a long time. But I kind of worked ahead on some of my work stuff, like my graphic design stuff, got ahead a little bit and turned all that stuff in so I could have some time today to maybe tackle this pile of to-do projects that I've been like setting aside all summer. Sometimes with the kids, it's too busy to do like these little weird things that I need to get done. So I've been waiting until they were in school, and they're in school. So today is my do it day. And yeah, last week my kids started school on Wednesday, and then it was like a short day, and then Thursday, Friday. So it was kind of a funny little week where they kind of get used to things, but it's still like new and busy. And there's like these launch days where they have to go take their student ID pictures, and you have to go meet the teacher and take the supplies. You know the drill, you have to do all the things. So it's like the whole week was full of activities and stuff to do and commitments and just stuff. So now I think we're kind of settling into this first full week of school, which is good for them and good for me, even though I do kind of sit and worry while I'm working at home, like what are they doing? I think about what like Bowie's day is like and how they're doing, and sometimes they'll just text me during the day, and so I get updates. But I know they're fine and I'm fine, and it's been already really productive for me, and I've got a lot of work done. I've been doing a bunch of design stuff just the past couple of days and getting things turned in, finished up, finalized, which feels really, really good. And now I have my to-do day, so it's good. Where do I begin? I was gonna share some of my favorite things, especially like a little bit heat wave related if you're getting through these hot days yourself. Here's some of my favorite things that get me through or got me through this summer, and some knitting projects and some other random things, and then I'm gonna do my to-do list. Have you guys tried TuFru frozen? Like they have, it's like frozen fruit. It doesn't sound that exciting, but it's so good. And this was like my heat wave treat to kind of get me through like the horrible, like when you're just sweating and hot and you've come in from outside or whatever, and you just need to like cool off and chill out for a minute. This is my treat. And it was also kind of my knitting treat like a couple of weeks ago. And then I got another pack because I was obsessed. If you can like stop yourself from eating them all in a day. But they have raspberries, blueberries, I believe they have like a coconut one, but they are like flash frozen or whatever to keep like the fruit really fresh. And when, okay, and then there's, sorry, I'm not explaining this very well. There's like layers of chocolate, white chocolate, and maybe milk chocolate or dark chocolate. I think they're all different, frozen around the berries. But the berries are like still fresh when you bite into it because it melts a little bit, you know, and then it's like this burst of raspberry, and raspberries are my favorite. These are so good and delicious, and you keep them in the freezer. So it's like a nice little frozen treat. Like if you don't want a whole like scoop of ice cream or whatever, you can have a bite of these once in a while, and it's like the best, my favorite new thing. They're so good. And I get mine at Target, but I'm sure they're everywhere. And they've probably been around forever and everybody knows about them, but I just discovered them and they have like made my summer. And yeah, these last days of August, I need like a little help getting through. Anyway, that's that. One more favorite thing to share before I move on to my to-do list is the t-shirt I'm wearing, which I almost didn't even think of sharing, but I absolutely have to because I've been wearing this t-shirt probably every week since I got it. And it is a knitting t-shirt by ShelliCan, who's a friend of mine and a designer, and she makes all kinds of knitting stuff like stickers and stitch markers and bags and shirts and sweatshirts and all kinds of things. But hello, this is like yellow and black, which is, I wear black t-shirts every day. Leave me alone, I'm counting. That's hilarious and true and something I say all the time. And so it's cute and funny, and non-knitters will be like, what does that mean? What do you mean I'm counting? And it's like, knitting joke. But anyway, I love this shirt. Go check out all of her stuff because she has tons of really cool shirts right now that you can get in different colors and sizes. Like there's different colors of this, I believe, than the black and yellow, but obviously I had to have the black and yellow. So that's kind of that. I'm really far on this now. I'm doing the ribbing finally. This is my Francis sweater by me. It was a Rowan design I did in a different yarn, but I'm knitting it now in felted tweed, Rowan felted tweed. I used tons of my leftovers in this section, and now I'm on to just the fun gray, just a little bit of ribbing at the bottom. I'm hoping this is not too long, but I should probably maybe try it on again. Then I'm gonna knock out some sleeves on my shorties and I will be done in no time. This is like taking me way too long. If you've been watching here for a while, I've probably shown this, I don't even know how many times, way too many, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna finish it, for real. And then the Me Time tee, which you've also seen a million times, but it's getting so close now. And it's short sleeves, so it'll be really fast. But it's gonna be so cute. I think I showed you last time that I had finished the neck. I like to just stop for a minute and go back and pick up the neck and just finish it so I don't have to do it at the end. I don't know why, that makes me feel like I can look at it and it's more complete and it's just right. I really love a t-shirt type of neck that's not huge and wide. I don't like my neck to droop and slide down, and this sweater is really good about that fit, where it's like a t-shirt and it's a raglan and it has the nice neck that stays up here. So yeah, I'm on the ribbing as well on this one. This one's really close to being done. Then I'll knock out these quick little sleeves, which are already kind of there, just a little longer. I like a longer short sleeve. And then this will be finally, maybe next time. I'm not gonna make another video until this is done so I can put it on and show you how cute it is. This is my design also. It's called the Me Time Tee, and it's for Madeline Tosh, and this is wool cotton in Birkenstock, but all their colors are really good. And wool cotton is so nice and seasonless. It's not scratchy at all. I don't even feel wool, but I don't really feel cotton. It's like a very good blend of the two. It's like a soft t-shirt, and that's why I picked this yarn for this t-shirt project. Go check it out on Ravelry. It's very cute. That's all. No, it's not. No, it's not. I was gonna say that's all for knitting projects, but that's a lie. Hold on. I have been knitting a Mohair t-shirt sweater, and this is brand new territory for me because I never knit in Mohair, and I never really thought I would. But I've been seeing all the cool Mohair sweaters lately, and I'm like, okay, fine. I don't know. I already had, the other thing is I already had some of this in my stash, and then I saw the Mohair puff, now I'm gonna forget what it's called. Puff t-shirt? Mohair puff sleeve t-shirt by Loopy Mango, and this is Loopy Mango Mohair So Soft. And this, I think this color is called Mimosa, and it is the best yellow, because of course this is what I would pick. At first I was like, this is a little bit Big Bird, but no. I saw a picture of this sweater in yellow. And I was like, I have to have this. And I have to, like, layered over a cute little button-up shirt, like a short sleeve. It's so cute. So it's just, it took me 2 days to almost finish this sweater. And then I just have the sleeves left and I'll be done, because the Loopy Mango Mohair is knit up on US 17s. And the body was actually on 19s. Mohair. I always thought, like, even looking at this, you can't really tell. You can't tell that this is a thicker mohair than most, because most are very, very little. I mean, I guess there's different weights, but this is like a chunky mohair, which is right up my alley. I had no idea how fast it would knit up, but this is like, okay, I don't know how to show you this, but because it's not ready, but, and this looks huge right now, but it's not like sewn together. But this was so fast, and this will be looking way cuter on than just like on these random holders. But there's puff sleeves. It's a cute little cropped boxy rectangle. And then it has this neck, which is kind of wide, which I was just talking about. I don't like a wide neck. So I think I'm gonna have enough yarn left that I'm gonna go around and pick up these stitches and make a little ribbed neck so I feel better, because I'm weird about, like, I don't know, anything low makes me feel uneasy. So I'm almost done with this and I'll be done really soon. So the next time I have a video, I will show you this and the me time tee. Okay, that's all my knitting stuff. Now it's on to the to-do list, if you've made it this far. And I'm sorry, this is a weird episode. I don't know what was on my mind today, but I just gathered all the things and I was like, I'm gonna do things and I'm gonna talk about things, and we'll see if I have enough time to do and talk about all the things. So my to-do list is dyeing and sewing for today. It was gonna be longer than I had. I'm already running out of time because the day goes so fast and I have to work and I have to pick up my kids actually pretty soon from school, but that's how the day goes. They're at school and all of a sudden the time flies like in 2 seconds. But I was originally gonna sew, or at least cut out pieces to sew a dress out of this awesome neon check fabric. But I think I'm gonna save this for another day because I don't wanna rush it, because it's like really special and kind of expensive linen, and I do not wanna mess it up because I was rushing. So this will be its own to-do day, sewing day project by itself, a different day. But what I can do today is, I've shown this before, so if you saw this a long time ago, I meant to do it a long time ago and it became my to-do project. This is a dress from Target that I think I got on clearance. And it's like kind of a halter at the top, and it's just, that's not really my style, but I love this color and I love the long full skirt. So I'm gonna chop off the top and leave this elastic and just sew up here like I don't even know, some kind of stitch on my sewing machine. I don't have matching thread either, but I have a yellow thread. It's not gonna match, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'll do a zigzag, like pick one of the sturdier looking ones and kind of hem it, maybe just do a quick little thing just above the elastic and it should be just fine, right? That's on my list today. And then I'm gonna dye the dress. This dress looked more like that color online, and in person it looks tan, and I wanted it to be yellow. So I'm going to dye it, and this sounds crazy, but I'm going to dye it with neon yellow RIT. Does that sound crazy? It might be. I also have regular yellow RIT, which I'm probably gonna decide at the last minute, but I'll probably go more neon because I want it to pull out, like I want it to be a weird citron in the end. And if it's looking weird, maybe I'll add some yellow to the dye bath. And then I've got the color stay fixative, which is very important. If you're ever dyeing with RIT, you have to get this too, or it will bleed and run off and fade, and we just want it to stay. So that's another thing. And then when I was dyeing this, I thought I could also throw in, I have a skein of yarn that is very, very pretty, but is also kind of a more dull yellow, and I want it to be a little bit more zingy. So I might throw that in with this and make it a little bit more neon-ish. And is that really it? Oh no, I had one more dye project. Bowie's t-shirt, this poor t-shirt. I don't know if you can see, but it got thrown in with red. Somewhere it turned kind of pink, right there, you can kind of see. I got some of it out. It's kind of wet right now. I soaked it in OxyClean and like a dye remover thing that kind of faded this out. This used to be blue and now it's like a faint little tint of blue. So I was maybe just gonna dye it in a like weak blue like this, because it used to be kind of a nice, pretty blue, and it's not anymore because I took out all the color trying to get the red out. So random dye projects, a quick little sew around the skirt, and that's good enough for today. So let's just get started. So I'm gonna let this sit for a bit, and I just keep stirring it. And I'm quickly realizing that I'm not gonna be able to tell if this color has changed. It's like, it looks like a dark brown when it's wet, and I don't know if it's turning yellow, but I would think when it's dry, it's had to have changed some. This is a whole bottle of neon yellow dye just for this one garment, which is, you know, pretty intense. And then once the water cools, I'm gonna dip this yarn in. It's wool, so I'm gonna wait till it's cold because I don't wanna put that into hot water. And for this linen dress, I have to use hot water. So at least I can reuse the dye though, because there'll be some left in the water for sure after this. But yeah, I cannot tell if this has changed at all. I'm definitely gonna have to, it's gonna be an experiment. I'll have to see what happens when it's dry. In the meantime, I'm gonna take you guys downstairs and I'm going to sew that skirt. Welcome to our basement. It is the home of my husband's skateboard and snowboard collection. It is where we have a whole bunch of books, board games, a TV, kind of a kid hangout area. And it's also home to my yarn storage, which I call like the yarn dungeon. But it's a mess right now. Someday I'll show you, but it's really messy right now. So this is where I sew right now too, which isn't ideal, but it has an outlet here, and this table is usually free. So when I have to bust out my sewing machine, which is this old Brother Project Runway limited edition. This machine I've had for a long time, but I am looking to upgrade. If you ever have a suggestion, I've been looking at new machines for a while, but it does the job. No complaints. It's been my friend through everything. So I put on I threaded my yellow thread. It's actually not that different. So yeah, I just don't care. So I'm going to cut off the top of this dress above the elastic, keep the elastic because it's already there for me, and then this should be pretty easy. I thought I was gonna do like just a zigzag around because I didn't really care because this isn't gonna really show at all. But then I decided to just cut, I left about 1.5 inches of fabric above the elastic, and I'm just gonna make a nice hem around, just twice around, fold it, sew it, fold it, and I think that will be better and probably more secure. And I'm not doing a perfect job, but it'll work. It'll do. You guys, I think it worked. Good enough for me. It's like a little ruffle at the top. Elastic still functions, that's all that matters. I have some threads to trim, but seams are finished. Just a little simple hem. That's like the extent of my sewing knowledge anyway. I can do things like this, like fixing things, hemming things, modifying things, or making, you know, little adjustments. And then I can do like a basic quilt, like a simple quilt. And then I've made 2 dresses that were very, very simple. And that's the extent of my sewing capabilities. But this, I'm excited because now I have a new skirt out of a dress that I probably would not have worn, but I will wear this because it's my favorite color and it's nice and long and cotton and easy. So I should probably go try it on. You guys, it's so cute. That was so easy. It took me literally all summer to do this and it was like not a big deal. This color is really seriously my favorite too. If you know me, I have like a Baggu bag in this color and several other things. Anyway, why did this take me so long? It was a 10-minute project. Cut the top off the dress. Then I find out it has pockets. Like it has fully functioning pockets because I cut the top off up here and it did not affect this because it was below the elastic, and I just realized it has pockets. So let me scoot back so you can see. It's like a really nice length, super breezy cotton. There's like a little ruffle hem on the bottom, like kind of a long one. And I just put on a black t-shirt and my Birkenstocks because that is like what I wear. And I could totally be more creative with my styling, but for a quick try on, I'm so excited. I threw it in the dryer because it was all wrinkled from my being in my to-do pile all summer. But look, a skirt with pockets. Like so much better than a dress that I will never wear that was sitting in my closet forever. So yay. I love it. It's so fun. Checking back in on my linen dress that's been soaking in the yellow this whole time. It looks exactly the same. I cannot tell, but I'm guessing it's changed a little bit, I would think. So it'll be exciting to dry it and see what it looks like. So I'm gonna take this out, and this water has cooled, and I'm going to put my wool in to see if it gets a little bit more yellow with whatever's left in here. And I'm gonna put this in the RIT dye fix, the color stay, and then I'm gonna wash it and dry it and see what it looks like. But I'm gonna have to do a little update on this tomorrow, I think, because I don't think I have time today. But I will try it on after it's dry and see what color it is. Okay, I'm starting to feel very hopeful about this experiment because I took the dress out and as soon as I put the yarn in, it turned bright yellow, like it really brightened up fast. So I bet this dress is brighter than maybe I think it is. So that's really fun. This is really interesting because this was kind of a dull yellow a second ago. Maybe it's still, well, we'll see. I'm gonna let that sit a little bit to absorb whatever's left and then see what happens. Now it's time to do Bowie's Vans t-shirt, which I'm gonna try to do with this light blue because that's what it used to be. And maybe I'll just use a little bit because it was kind of a light. I don't want it to go too dark, so we'll see. So when you use RIT dye, they ask you to add salt and dish soap. I do not remember why. It must help when you're using cotton or linen. And so that is what I'm doing here. Adding a little bit of dish soap. I should measure it, but I don't anymore. And a little bit of salt, kind of a lot of salt. I don't remember why that helps, but it does. And with certain things, you use vinegar instead of salt. But with cotton, I'm using salt. So I do this with really, really hot tap water, and I'll fill it about halfway full, and then I actually boil a pot of water and add that as well because you really want it as hot as it can get. I just added my boiling water and now I'm going to add the RIT. I do not know how much to add. This is only for one t-shirt, but I let's just do like that. That might be a little less than half a bottle. It's really hard to know. But they do have on the RIT website, this looks very soapy. On the RIT website, one moment. They do give you recipes on the RIT website though. If you ever want to make something going from straight white to a certain color, they have recipes on there like a 1/4 cup of the yellow plus a 1/4 cup of teal will give you like a chartreuse or whatever. So I always just guess because I've done this a lot and it's not perfect, but the RIT website has real instructions. Anyway. So this is looking pretty dark blue. Oh, there's my rainbow from my prism. This water looks dark blue, but you really can't tell. I maybe shouldn't have used that much, but maybe this t-shirt will just be like a darker blue, and that's fine too. I don't know how much I put in. I didn't really have a plan, so let's just do this. Okay, it's bright. That went really fast. As soon as I plopped it in, it turned this really pretty blue. Maybe that was a happy accident not going too light blue because that should cover that red maybe. And that was the whole point of doing this. So now he has a nice bright blue t-shirt and he'll probably really like that because blue is his favorite color. And now I feel like I should see if I need to dye anything else blue because I feel like that's a lot of dye to just use on one t-shirt. So I'm gonna go look and see if I can find anything else that I should dye. Okay, Lotus had a t-shirt that was messed up in the laundry too. This is like one time one load got totally messed up. So maybe, oh, I don't know. Should I dye this blue? Because it'll resist on the graphic. I'm gonna text her and ask first. I'm putting Bowie's shirt into the dye fix so it doesn't turn all our other stuff blue. And you do this with hot water too. Okay, in she goes because This is a mess, and Lotus will never wear this way. It's like all red. I think the red came out or got covered up on this one. And then I diluted the blue a little bit to make it lighter for this, and we'll see. I mean, it should resist on the graphics, but we will see. It's gonna be dark blue. This just really, oh, it looks pretty though. I think my dye experiment worked on these two. It really worked on Bowie's for sure. I can't see any red anymore. And this one I'll have to see when it's dry. But I'm gonna throw these in the washing machine together with an old towel that's kind of already blue, that it won't matter if it bleeds on it, and then dry them and see what color they turn out to be. Fun little update on the yarn, because I forgot to show you how that turned out. The dress must have absorbed all the yellow dye, and so the yarn didn't change. So I decided to pick some marigolds, which I put in this like mesh bag, and I dyed the yarn with marigolds, and I think it turned out really cool. And so I'm gonna hang that up to dry and see how that turns out too. But it looks really awesome. The next day, this is the update on the dry dress that I dyed yellow. Yesterday, this was tan, and I did not really care for it, and it was not getting worn in my closet. This is much, much closer to what I was hoping it would turn out to be, kind of a citron green, green yellow. And this is kind of the color I thought the dress was on their website, but then when I got it, it was kind of tan. So I am super, super, super happy with how this turned out. It was very unpredictable because I could not tell at all a difference when it was wet in the sink. It just looked brown and it looked the same. So I just thought it was a total fail, but I knew I had to let it dry. So I washed it in the washing machine, let it go through a cycle, nothing bled on anything, and I feel like it's color fast with that dye fix. And then I air dried it, so it's kind of wrinkled, but I can see myself wearing this the rest of the summer and into the fall with a cardigan or with a jean jacket. So I think this is definitely a success. I'm very, very, very happy with it. I don't have to re-dye it or anything. I was really worried yesterday that it was not gonna be good, but I really, really like it. It's kind of a knee length, super loose, easy fit. So I'm super happy to have this in my closet now, and I will totally wear it, so yay. I feel like this whole DIY day was a success, kind of a DIY 2-day, but mostly yesterday. But I feel like I got a lot of things done, even though it was just simple little projects and not really knitting projects. This was fun to get through that pile of things to do. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me and seeing how everything turned out. I'm really happy that I didn't have a bunch of disasters. My house is kind of a mess, like you can't see here, but I have a lot of like little things to clean up, but that is totally worth it to get a skirt that I totally wore out last night as we had to go do some things. I just kept it on and wore it, and it was so comfortable and fun to have something kind of new that I had refashioned. And now I've got this dress, which I think I'm gonna wear the rest of the day too, because it's just a comfy thing for a hot day. But yeah, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it. My name is Jen Geigley on Instagram if you want to follow me there, and I hope to have some new things to share with you next time. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.